What is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you our next matchup in the Ultimate Smash Bros. DLC tournament. So, this is, again, I'm going to state this a couple times, but this tournament is for fun. But what is this tournament? So, me and my community came up with 72 characters, put them into this tournament format style thing, and then each day on my channel, besides Sundays, I will upload one matchup from this tournament, and then we discuss it, and down in the comments, you vote between the two characters for that day's matchup that you would rather see in Smash Ultimate for DLC. And then you just kind of go through the whole thing like it's a tournament, and you go until there's a champion because, well, that's kind of how tournaments go. But how do you vote? You vote down in the comments by simply typing your name. So today's matchup is Captain Rainbow taking on Ryu Hayabusa. It's probably going to be a landslide, let's face it. But you only get one vote, so make it count down in the comments. You can vote both if you really, really want both these characters, or any character for any matchup, that is. But you only get one vote. Otherwise, double elimination tournament, character has to lose 2 times. Lose once, you drop to the loser bracket, you lose from there. You're done. Ever a tie in the voting, I flip a coin on camera. Best and fairest way to break the tie. And each matchup, voting-wise, only stays open 1 week. That way, the tournament keeps on rolling, and we keep getting fresh matches. So, with that out of the way, we get to go over the results from last week. Last Monday, we had Hayachi against Sceptile. Sceptile's name always kind of gets thrown around, you know. The whole we need a grass starter sort of thing, so I was very curious to see how this one was going to play out. And Hayachi ends up taking the L. Sceptile gets the victory here. Wasn't really that close. Sceptile, 40 votes. Hayachi only 19, so congrats to Sceptile. Moving on in the next round. And Hayachi, again, like I said, double elimination tournament. So Hayachi drops the loser bracket. One more loss for Hayachi. He's done. So that's how that goes. And now we get to go over the matchup for the day. So Captain Rainbow against Ryu Hayabusa. This is a very strange one. I kind of had a bit of a difficult time kind of coming up with good reasons for Captain Rainbow. So who is Captain Rainbow? It was a game that was only released in Japan and Taiwan, if I'm not mistaken. I believe its lifetime sales are around the 23,000 mark. So not that incredibly high at all, but it's a very, kind of obscure Nintendo first-party character. That's who Captain Rainbow is. I know he kind of looks like it would be like a Captain Falcon clone, but not really. So who is Captain Rainbow in this case? Captain Rainbow is an alter ego of this, the main character you play as, Nick. Well, you kind of play as both the characters. You kind of run around some island and kind of interact with a bunch of people. You got like mini games, and this is where I really could try to come up with a moveset. This was very difficult. But moveset wise, I guess you might have to revolve around the mini games that he does, that he plays with other people. They got like boxing, they have fishing, they have some other stuff. I know he's got like a yo-yo in there, and you really got to stretch it out. So, yo-yo could be quite a bit, put the yo-yo in his moveset a bit, and do actual tricks with the yo-yo. Maybe something like walk the dog, maybe something around the world that could be like a, I don't know, would that make sense for an up smash? Maybe an up tilt or an up air or something like that. Fishing wise, so in Captain Rainbow, I want to point this out too. In the game, there are also appearances by other Nintendo characters like Birdo. I believe Little Mac is in the game. Some other Mario enemies like Cheep Cheeps, the little fish. I think Blooper as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I was thinking potentially for like a fishing sort of moveset. You got the fishing pole. Maybe he cast it back and then flings it forward. So when he goes back, you might pull out like a Cheep Cheep and just fling it forward. That could be like a side special. Or, bring it back and might latch on a Blooper and throw that at the enemy or something like that. And, Cheep Cheeps might just go straight at the straight at your enemy. And maybe Bloopers might go a bit slower. I don't know. I'm having a real tough time trying to come up with a moveset for this character. Maybe the only thing that you could say decently that's good about Captain Rainbow is, some people like to say, there's probably going to be like a Japanese only character that could be in the fighter pass. That could be, and Captain Rainbow fits that. But again, lifetime sales, 23,000 is not the greatest. I know some people aren't really, they don't care one way or the other. The series, how well it sold or how poorly it sold. Some people don't care about that. But here's a picture of a few other characters that are in the game. I believe the Devil, the assist trophy that flies around, he's in the game too. But Takamaru's in the game too. I don't know. I have a really difficult time with this. Honestly, I know Captain Rainbow is a spirit in Smash Ultimate. Again, doesn't matter. Tournament is for fun if you like the character. If you even know who the character is, you can still go ahead and vote for him. It's for fun. But this was tough. I can't see this character happening. Like ever. It's just so obscure. Nobody would know who it is, and Nintendo's trying to bring in, big time third party, big time characters for their fighter pass. Captain Rainbow would probably do the opposite for that, to be honest. So, I mean, my vote's already going to be his opponent, Ryu Hayabusa, but we're going to talk about him anyway. So, Ryu Hayabusa, the last remaining, in my opinion. If you have somebody that comes to mind, let me know. But the last remaining icon from the NES the Nintendo days, the original Nintendo or the Super Nintendo, it's the last remaining iconic big name character that's kind of still out there. I mean, yeah, Scorpion could be there if you include the Super Nintendo, but there's very few characters left, and Nintendo throughout the last couple of games kind of seems to be going old school, and then kind of bringing in one of those older characters, like Mega Man, Simon Belmont, kind of been working their way through the roster and incorporating them into the roster. So Ryu could be up next. I know he was on the leak, but there was a leak that said Ryu was going to be a part of the DLC pass, but that leak ended up being completely false, because what a surprise, people come up with fake leaks for Smash Bros. Or video games or anything in general. I'm shocked. But I believe also the studio, the creator of the game, if I'm not mistaken, for Ninja Gaiden has said Ryu Hayabusa will not be in the game. I mean, if you know that for a fact, or if your character is in it and you sign an NDA, you can't say one way or the other. So it's strange. But Ryu's got a cool design, so let's just go a little bit more positive here. So he's got a cool design. He's got a moveset already ready to go. He's got a recognizable name attached to him. People know who he is. Always got to say, how would you differentiate him from this guy with Ryu from Street Fighter? One's a ninja with a sword, and the other guy fights with his fist. They look completely different. And besides, in the Dead or Alive fighting game, so this guy's already been in a fighting game as well, so you got some moves that you can potentially take from Dead or Alive series. But so he's got moveset, and then to differentiate in Dead or Alive, I believe when you click on him, I don't know if it's still the newest Dead or Alive, the DOA 6. Did that just come out at the beginning of March? I don't know if it does it there, but usually when you select the character, how the announcer will mention the character's name. Well, in this case, the announcer will say Hayabusa instead of Ryu, so you won't get the two confused. Nobody would be confused by these two characters. They look completely different. They're not the same. They're different. All right, so no confusion between the two. I mean, for this matchup, it's pretty simple. Well, for me, it is. This isn't really. I don't think this is going to be close at all. My vote's Ryu. Already said that, so I mean, he's a third party character. Yeah, I know somebody might have said he's already deconfirmed, but I'm still voting for him. I think he still has probably way better chance than Captain Rainbow does. Let's be fair about this. So yeah, other than that, big time character. People know the name. People would buy him. He's a cool character and way more known than Captain Rainbow. So for me, yeah, Ryu Hayabusa. So let me know who you guys got down in the comments. Are you going to go with the underdog, Captain Rainbow? Do you even know who Captain Rainbow is? Let me know if anyone actually knows who this character is down in the comments. But with that being said, this one's done. So we'll give you a sneak peek for tomorrow. Looks like what's the results for tomorrow is going to be Medusa from the Kid Icarus series, the villain, taking on General Rom from the Gears of War series of all characters. But we'll see how that one ends up turning out. And then that's the results. And then tomorrow's matchup, let's see, it should be game 38, will be Lara Croft, taking on Captain Toad. That should be a good matchup, actually. Should be a good one. Captain Toad ended up winning his first game against Monokuma and 65 votes. So Captain Toad had a very, very strong first game, first performance. So we'll see if he can keep that up against Lara Croft, or if the legend herself will take that one. But that's tomorrow's matchup. Anyway, this video is done. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully we catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.